don't know about you, but I feel good here on a Feel Good Friday. Welcome back to the Chris Berg Show, your daily dose of truth to help set you free. Yes, it is a Feel Good Friday. We want to say thank you to Dakota Medical Foundation. And I will let you know we're going to touch on some topics today. Very, very serious topics, sometimes tough to talk about. And so, yes, it is a Feel Good Friday. And Dakota Medical Foundation, and I agree with them, says, look, one of the things that we want to start to highlight here is the mental health challenges that we are facing today across our community, across our nation. So, what can we do to help sort of mitigate those challenges and also provide some resources? So, incredible organization. You and I both know how much we love our veterans. So, thank you for your service and all the veterans out there. But John Dalziel is with us today. He's the veteran ambassador, what's called the Brady Oberg Legacy Foundation. They're doing some amazing work. So, John, first, I thank you for your service, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And if you can share with our audience just a little bit about Brady's story and what's the mission of the foundation, please.
Okay, the mission, a little bit about Brady. Brady graduated from Hit it all in 20, 2006. He joined the Army in 2009. In October of 2010, he deployed forward to Afghanistan as part of the 2-4, the 10th Mountain, as a sniper. He was a sniper in Afghanistan with the 10th Mountain for 12 months. They were deployed. He came back to the States, got married to Katie in February of 2012, got out of the Army in 2013, was trying to figure out what he wanted to do, went to NDSU, and in talking to Katie and Tracy, his sister, his mom and dad, they didn't really see anything. But then in August 6th of 2015, Brady took his own life. What's so troubling is that there were 140 guys from the 10th, the 2-4, the 10th Mountain that deployed with him. They had guys that got hurt, but nobody got killed. Since they've been back, of that 140, 14 of his brothers in arms have taken their own lives. So 10% of their unit has taken their own life.
That's a pretty shocking number, at least to a layman like myself. And then you do some data and you do some research and you realize, hey, there's 20 vets every single day that are dealing with issues that have them take their own life. And one of the things that jumped out to me, and if you want to find out more about this foundation, what you can do to support veterans that are coming home, and maybe you can speak to this, just what it's like to be in that theater of war. And I know in the video, the mom says, we thought, hey, he came back to our soil, he's going to be fine. But those memories and the things that you've seen, they don't just go away.
No, it's a constant struggle. I have a personal relationship with this. I was in the Marine Corps in 1983 when we got blown up in Beirut at Beirut International Airport, and then brought that home. So I dealt with survivor guilt, then came back, uh, got hired by the FBI, did 23 years with the FBI, did six tours, 3 to Iraq, 3 to Afghanistan, and one more back to Beirut. So it's a struggle that everybody wants you to be normal, but normal is a setting on a dryer. You try to push people away because you don't want them to affect them, and you're just compounding it. So, that's what had happened for me with my wife and 2 small boys. Uh, I could feel it come on in the darkness, and then you just go lock yourself in a room for 2 days and try to push them away, thinking you're protecting them, but you're not. You're just making it more and more struggle when your small boys are asking, what's the matter with dad? So it's a struggle. So through the Brady Oberg Legacy Foundation, we're out there trying to affect veterans coming back one at a time through awareness, through retreats. We have between 6 and 7 retreats every year where groups of vets are getting together and talking about it, because as a vet, it's easy to talk to somebody else that has been there instead of somebody else that hasn't. It's not that we're better than somebody else. It's just we're different.
No,
It's
you're
just
better.
no, no, no. Everybody has a calling. A calling for the service is the same of those individuals that are calling for the medical field, for teachers, for religion. It's a calling. It's not any better than anybody else. It's a role that we have, It's an important role, but it's a balance. It's a check and balance. And you bring those things back. So through the foundation, we get these retreats together and guys sit down and talk and get a chance to talk with other guys that have been forward that have the same experiences that they do. You talk about triggers, what is it? What song? What smell? Smell is a big one that triggers you, puts you away into it. I'm 59. I was over there in 83. So, I've been able to lately, I know when it's coming on for me, so I know what to do, to relax, to sit down and do those things. But it's important that we're out there, that we're doing awareness, so loved ones can figure out what is the trigger for their vet. Is it a noise? Is it 4th of July? Is it a song, a smell? But it's so important for us to get out there and to the guys out there that are struggling, it's so important that need you to put down the gun and pick up the phone. Reach out to somebody, reach out to your battle buddy. You know, um, if you're struggling to call, I had a buddy, uh, since I've been through this, I've had two friends that have taken their own life. In 2017, my buddy Billy, who did 13 combat tours, true American hero, special forces, uh, Friday morning, got up and took his own life. And a buddy with the FBI a year ago on January 23rd of last year took his own life. Struggle, the demons. It's asking for help is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength. And that's the big thing that the Brady Oberg Legacy Foundation is out there trying to do. Russ and Charlene and Tracy and Brad and Katie, they talk about they could see maybe a little bit, but they couldn't see the big picture. They couldn't, it's just, hindsight being 2020. So they took an extreme negative when Brady took his own life in August. And in November, they created the Brady Oberg Legacy Foundation, the Phoenix rising from the ashes. And it's where they've come since then. I've been a part of them since 2017. I retired from the FBI and then was looking for something to continue to give back. And a classmate of Charlene is one of my good friends, and he hooked me up with them and Tracy, and we sat down and talked about kind of a role that I could take into it. So my little portion of we do the Brady's border to border ruck march that we do around Memorial Day, where we try to raise awareness. But everything is about raising awareness to the issues at hand with veteran PTSD. I just want to thank everybody that donated a week ago Tuesday to through Giving Hearts Day. I keep messing that up, but it was astounding the people that come forward to support because a lot of the veterans don't want to ask for help. They think it's a sign of weakness. So I've been there, done that. I have the team picture. So it's really important. And I really appreciate the opportunity that we can get out here and talk on your forum to be able to talk about this. It's a lot of people don't want to talk about it because they think it's a sign of weakness. We're this warrior class that comes back with our shield and our sword, but there are nicks in it. You can leave the war, but the war never leaves you. I guarantee that for anybody out there. They all know that.
And that's what's so challenging. If you're just joining us, we're talking about the Brady Oberg Legacy Foundation.org. Go to the website again. It's Brady Oberg Legacy Foundation.org. And there's a video on the website that I just mentioned where the wife talks about, he first came back and he couldn't sleep and he'd be tossing and turning. And I can only imagine as a wife or you've got a loved one who's dealing with PTSD, it like for us, it's blind. I can't see, right? And I don't know. It's like you've got these open wounds, right? And I don't know, like you just said, what's going to trigger that. And so it just is, it seems like it's such a difficult situation for you, obviously, but also for a loved one because you want to be there unconditionally at the same point in time because seems invisible to us. It's like I presume sort of walk on eggshells and just do the best you can, right?
That's exactly it. Walking on eggshells. That's what my wife, how she describes it. We've been married 31 years. She is a
God bless
literal,
her.
yes, she is a saint because having to deal with what I bring, this total package, the baggage, Beirut, Iraq, Afghanistan, back to Beirut, back to Afghanistan. The baggage that she has to deal with and the walking on eggshells. That is the term that she used when people ask, what was it like when John was full blown, and I'll use the word because I get crazy, and just a little off center, off tick. But it's a two prong, be able to talk about it. It's tough to talk about. And even still with Andy and I talking about it, we talk a little bit about it. And if the boys will ask something, I'll answer the question. And, it's significant with anniversaries, that days that come up that that you're on this, or this is when the bombing happened. This is when Billy committed suicide. Bruce took his own life, things like that. But it's asking for help, and that's the important thing with the Brady Oberg Legacy Foundation is that we're doing awareness, we're doing retreats. We have scholarships at UND and NDSU for combat vets that are coming back wanting to get into the mental health field because it's tough. Brady talked about this that when he deployed back, he went and talked to a shrink about some of the things that he did, and the doctor looked down his nose at him, like, looked at like, "What kind of monster are you?" Brady's like, "Oh, I'm done with this." And, so that's it. It's a through education. So guys that where I'm going to talk to you now, I know that you know what I'm going through because you've been there, you've done that, you have the t-shirt. So it's so important that the guys out coming back, making a difference, trying to help everybody else. It's a team game. We're together as battle buddies on the other side of the pond, but when we come back, we still have to look out for each other. Reach out and find out a buddy that might be struggling because you know that this is a bad date. This is the date of a ambush that he was in, or an IED, or a buddy of a friend of a friend. So it's
Mm.
just trying to recognize and push forward to just try to get some conversation, just to talk, be able to deal with the triggers, and then point them in the direction of help. We are not the first respond, so if somebody has an issue, don't come to us. Call the VA, call the 1-800 number. Those are the people that are going to get you immediate help. But once you get that help, then you're looking for other things. That's reach out to us. You know, sign up for the retreats that we have. We have a couples ice fishing retreat March 5th and 6th. I think that's the weekend in Detroit Lakes where couples are going to go get them together, couples to sit and talk about it. So it's just so important what we do and how much it benefits everybody that have given so much.
You've given so much to us. So here's what we can do for them. Go to the Brady Oberg Legacy Foundation.org. Brady Oberg Legacy Foundation.org. That's the website. You can find out all about the great things they're doing there if you want to donate, make an impact. But clearly, there is a need for this, and they're doing some really, really great things. So, John, thank you again for your service. Thanks for being an
Thank you very
ambassador.
much. I really appreciate it. You have a great day.
You too, man. God bless you.